Okay, so for this video we're doing section 12.3, which is area for composite figures. And so for this ones we are going to be looking at 3 different examples. The first one is asking me to find the perimeter and the area for that shape. And so the first thing I'm going to do is find the perimeter. So to find perimeter you have to add up all the sides of your shape. And so right now I'm missing the measurement of this bottom side and then this right side. So to find the length for the bottom side, I have to add the 8 up here. So this little piece right here is 8, and then from this point to this point, that's 7. So then I have to add those two. 8 plus 7 is 15. So the entire bottom side is 15. So I'm going to label it 15 right there. For this piece right here, I'm going to have to use the total height. So the total height for my shape is 16. But I don't want this piece from the top down to this part right here. That's 9. So I'm going to take it away. 16 minus 9, that's 7. So then this piece right here is 7. That way that 9 plus that 7 gives me a total of 16. So now I have all those sides. Now I can add them. So I'm going to add 7 plus 7 plus 9 plus 8 plus 16 and then plus 15 at the bottom. And that gives me 62. So for my perimeter, I have 62 meters. Okay, so for the area, here's where I have to split my shape into 2 different figures. So if I split it right here, I'm going to draw this dotted line. If I split it through that line, I have now 2 rectangles, or a rectangle and a square. So first I'm going to find the area of this long rectangle. So area for a rectangle is base times height. So the base, this rectangle right here, I'm going to highlight it in pink just so that you know which one I'm talking about. This one. So for that pink rectangle, my base is that 8 and my height is the 16. So I'm just going to multiply those two. 8 times 16, and that gives me 128. So area of my first figure, 128 meters squared. Second, I want to figure out the height for, or not the height, the area, I'm sorry, for my second figure, which is this yellow one. I'm going to outline it in yellow. So now for this one. So for that yellow square, it's actually a square because all the sides are 7. The formula is the same. Base times height. So base for my yellow square is a 7, and the height for my yellow square is a 7. So 7 times 7, that's 49. So my second figure, this one is 49 meters squared. And so since I want the entire area, I want area of the entire shape, I'm going to add those two. So I'm going to take 128 plus the 49, so I'm adding those, and the total area is 177 meters squared. So all I did was split the shape into 2 different shapes, and then found the area for each and added. Okay, so that's example 1. So if we look at example 2, in example 2, it's a little bit different. I have a rectangle, a big rectangle that's shaded, and I have a smaller one inside that is not shaded. And so they only want me to find the area of the shaded region. So to do that, I'm gonna have to find the area of both my bigger rectangle, which is the shaded one, and then my white rectangle, which is the inside one. So for my big rectangle, formula for the area is base times height. Base of that rectangle, the shaded one, is 20. Height of that rectangle is 10. So 20 times 10, that's 200. So there's my first area. The smaller rectangle, the white one, has the same formula because it's still a rectangle, so base times height. So base for my white rectangle is 5. Height for my white rectangle is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. So the second figure has an area of 20 inches square. And so for my area of the shaded region, because I only want the shaded region, I don't want the white rectangle, I'm going to subtract that white rectangle. So this time I'm doing 200 minus 20. And so the area of my shaded region is 180 inches square. Okay, so they want both of them like this. They're both white. They were both white. You're adding them. If one of them is shaded and one of them is not, then you're subtracting. And then let's look at the last example. So example 3, we have two figures that are shaded. My first figure that I see in the picture is a square. I know it's a square because those little lines around the square show that all the sides are equal. So that means that all my sides are 6. And then the second figure is a triangle. So first for the square. Again, area of a square is base times height. So the base and the height for my square are 6. So 6 times 6, 36. So that one was easy. My triangle has a different formula. For the area of a triangle, I need base times height divided by 2. So base of my triangle, if you rotate your triangle, rotate, the base is 6, the height is at 4. So base is 6, height is 4. So I have to multiply those. 6 times 4 is 24, and then when you divide by 2, that's 12. So my second figure, the triangle, is 12 meters square. And then the last one says area of shaded region. Since both of them are shaded, then I have to add them. So plus 36 plus 12, that's 48. So my total area is 48 meters squared.